All right, let's talk about it. Your 40s. This is when your career is peaking, your responsibilities are at an all-time high, and it's also a massive turning point for your health. Seriously, the choices you're making right now are pretty much going to decide how you feel for the next 20 or 30 years. So today, we're going to break down exactly why this decade is so critical and what you can actually do about it.
So let me just ask you, does this sound familiar? You wake up in the morning and you already feel drained. You're kind of irritable, maybe a little short with people, and that drive you used to have, it just feels like it's fizzled out. You might just blame it on stress at work or, just getting older. But what if it's something more than that?
If you're looking at this list and nodding your head to a few of these, this isn't just your typical, I'm busy kind of tired. This is your body screaming for your attention. It's basically a warning light on your dashboard telling you that the way you've been running things just isn't working anymore. This is burnout, and it's time to listen up.
Because while you're feeling all that mental exhaustion, your body is going through some major changes that you can't even see. So let's pull back the curtain and look at what's really going on under the hood.
This one number, it explains so much. Starting in your late 30s, you naturally lose about 1% of your muscle mass every single year. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but muscle is what powers your metabolism, so less muscle means a slower metabolism. And that's a huge reason why it suddenly feels so much harder to keep weight off and your energy up.
And that slow decline, it paves the way for a much bigger, much sneakier threat called metabolic syndrome. It's not really disease itself, but more like a collection of warning signs all happening at once. Think of it as your body's systems all flashing red alerts. And the scary part is, it becomes way more common in our 40s, setting the stage for some really serious health problems down the line.
Which is why you absolutely have to know your numbers. These 3 things right here, this is your personal health dashboard. But here's the kicker. You can feel totally fine while these numbers are creeping into the danger zone. They often have 0 symptoms. That's why getting a regular checkup in your 40s is completely non-negotiable.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Those warning signs we just talked about, they are not your destiny. They are a wake-up call. The habits you decide to build or break right now, that's what's going to determine if your later years are vibrant and active or spent managing a chronic disease.
So what do? It can feel like a lot, I get it. But this isn't about throwing your whole life away and starting over. It's about making smart, strategic changes to 4 key areas of your health. So let's get into the game plan that puts you back in control. Here they are: movements, fuel, recovery, and mindset. Just think of them as the 4 legs of a table. If one is shaky, the whole thing gets wobbly. We're going to go through each one and give you a simple, powerful strategy you can start using today.
Okay, first up, movement. A lot of us think, well, at least I walk a bit. And look, walking is good for sure, but it's not the main event anymore. Especially for those of us who sit at a desk all day, a daily walk just isn't going to be enough to fight back against that muscle loss we talked about.
This right here, this might be the single biggest shift you need to make. We have to flip our old routine on its head. For years, it was do your cardio, then maybe lift some weights if you have time. The new rule for anyone over 40 is strength training first, cardio second. So why the switch? Well, it's all about the science. Strength training is the only thing that directly rebuilds that muscle you're losing every year. More muscle fires up your metabolism, helps your body handle sugar better, and protects your joints. I mean, look at this. A 2022 study found that folks our age who did strength training just once or twice a week had a 21% lower risk of dying from any cause. That's huge. All right, on to pillar number 2, fuel. The goal here isn't just about eating less to lose weight. That's old thinking. The new goal is to reset your body's engine by changing what you're putting into it. It's all about the quality of your food, not just counting calories.
So here are 5 simple rules that can make a massive difference, especially when you're busy. Getting a good dose of protein at every meal helps build that muscle back and keeps you feeling full. Cutting back on things like white rice helps keep your blood sugar from spiking and crashing. And here's a practical one for all the office lunches: leave the salty soup broth. It's a huge hidden source of sodium, which can really mess with your blood pressure.
Pillar 3 is recovery, and your secret weapon here, without a doubt, is sleep. You can have the perfect workout plan and the cleanest diet, but if your sleep is garbage, you're pretty much wasting your time. Sleep is when your body actually does the repair work. It balances your stress hormones and rebuilds your muscles. It is not a luxury, it's an absolute necessity. So, how do you get better at it? Here are 4 game-changing habits. The most important one: waking up at the same time every single day.
Yes, even on weekends. It sets your body's internal clock. And that no screens rule is for real. The blue light from your phone literally tells your brain to stay awake by blocking the sleep hormone melatonin.
Which brings us to our last pillar, mindset. Let's be honest, your 40s are a pressure cooker. You've got work deadlines, bills, kids, aging parents. It's a lot. And that constant stress doesn't just feel bad, it physically damages your body. It raises your blood pressure and makes you crave all the wrong foods. You have to get a handle on your stress before it gets a handle on you.
But who has time for an hour of meditation, right? So here's a simple 10-minute routine you can do literally anywhere, even at your desk when you're feeling overwhelmed. The breathing technique instantly calms your nervous system. Just writing down what's stressing you out gets it out of your head. And a quick walk physically breaks that stress cycle. It's a total pattern interrupt.
Okay, so we've covered the 4 pillars, but now comes the most important part of all, actually starting. The goal isn't to be perfect overnight. The goal is just to take that first step today.
This is the whole idea in a nutshell. It's not about the crazy crash diet or some insane workout program. It's about the tiny, consistent thing you start doing now. That's what builds momentum and creates huge results over the next decade. So let's make it real. Here is your first step. A 10-minute workout you can do at home, no equipment needed. The point here isn't to get six-pack abs tomorrow. The point is to build the habit of moving your body. This little routine hits all your major muscles and gets that metabolism going. Do this before work, and you've already won the day before it's even started.
When it all comes down to it, you're at a crossroads. The path you've been on has led you to this point, but you have 100% of the power to choose a new direction for the next decade of your life. And remember, the goal isn't perfection. It's just about choosing a better direction. Let's go all the way back to that feeling of burnout we started with. I really want you to reframe this. It's not a sign that you're weak or failing. Not at all. It's just a signal. It's like the check engine light in your car. It's your body telling you, hey, the path we're on is leading to a breakdown. It's time to pull over and change course.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. When it comes to taking care of yourself, what's your current order of operations? Is strength at the top of the list? Or are you still running on an old program that's not designed for where you are in life right now? The answer to that could be the start of everything changing for the better.